said the next video would be back and biceps, so here we are, no longer with the stability ball, though you can sit on a stability ball and do bicep curls if you like. One tool that I have here today is this band, and it's not my favorite thing. I like free weights, but not everybody does, and this is a resistance band that actually personal trainer at the gym said that this was a really good thing to use because you're working against your own resistance, and it's not a wimpy thing. I thought it was wimpy. So you can do bicep curls with this device, and you can do it by, you step on the tube, and you can have your feet close together or further apart, and the closer they are together, the easier it is, or the less resistance you have. And you can also get different colored tubings, and they are harder to manipulate, harder to stretch based on their colors. This one is a little long for me, so sometimes when it's too long you have to reach through the handles and grab the tubing further down. So for a bicep curl, you can put both of your feet on this band, and you can do one at a time, alternating. Having some difficulty here. Or together, so you can do right arm and release, left arm and release, both arms and release, right and release. This is pretty tough. Left and release, both arms and release. You can also do one foot at a time, and move it closer or further away from the handle of the working arm. The working arm right now is my right one, and you can do your curl this way. Notice the form, so abs are in, shoulders down, back is straight, a little tilt here, and work your arm and not your body. Same thing with the left leg, and again, move your foot closer or further away from this handle to make it harder or easier. And then, see, this side's easier, so I have to adjust. Not all bands come with that black cloth on the bottom. Up. And make sure it's not under the arch of your foot. Oh, this technical difficulty. And I already worked out my upper body at the gym today, so I'm a little shaky. And that's a good way to work your bicep with the tubing. You can also work your bicep with free weights. I have one set of 8-pound dumbbells because I stole them from my mom. And all my other weights are at Ellen's house in North Carolina. I hope she's using them. But you can get weights very easily at Walmart, very cheap. Or if you have a Play It Again Sports in your area, that's where I got all my weights. I got a barbell and all kinds of things there, really cheap. So if you're interested in having a home gym, you can buy the equipment, or you can take these exercises to your gym and do them there. And you'll feel a little bit more confident because you know what you're going to do. So you can work your biceps with free weights. You can do hammer curls, so you're pulling the head of the weight to your shoulders. And you can also just do regular bicep curls by turning the weights out. And you can do them alternating, right and left, or you can do them together. Okay, so you have two exercises to do. Hammer curls, straight to your shoulder, and you can also, after doing so many, stop and hold that tension. That feels good. You can also alternate, so it starts facing out and ends with your fingertips facing you. So these are rotating bicep curls. So I don't suggest that, these are 3 different things that you can do, and you can do one for a month and then switch to the other if you like, or mix them up from the get-go. It's up to you what you like to do. Now, to work your back, there are some floor exercises that you can do with both these free weights and the resistance band. I tried to practice with the resistance band before I turned on the video, and I had some difficulty because it's too long for me. And it's been years since I used it for this. But you put it this, I wish it didn't have this cloth on it. Don't buy one with a cloth on it. Make them relatively even. Put this part over the tops of your feet, and then the handles come through your feet. And you can crisscross them. But this is still too long for me, so I might put my hands through the handles and grab the bands themselves. So you can work your back by doing rows, pulling your elbows. See? Elbow back, and you can do left and release, left and release and right, and release and right, and release, and then pull back, and pull back, and pull back. Okay, that's one exercise you can do for your back with the band. Another one you can do is an overhead extension lying on your back with the free weight. And don't try these if you have back pain without first having done a back program that's going to strengthen your back. You can talk to a physical therapist about that. So for these overhead extensions, you are reaching way over your head, so that we're working our back and not our triceps. So reach all the way out. Elbows are not bent, but they're not locked out straight either. And come up. Reach way over your head and come back over your chest. Way over your head and back over your chest. And you could do, say, 2 sets of 10 to start or something like that. And you would do a heavier weight, like a 10 or 12 to start, for your back than you would for your triceps. This would be much harder because the triceps are a smaller muscle. So the heavier weight is for your back. You can also do dead rows when you're standing to work your back. Maybe I'll show you one. I have worked a great back program that I got from a physical therapist, and that's helped me a lot. A dead row, which can work your back and your hamstrings, is holding light weights, and I would not recommend that you start with 8s if you haven't done this before, but you're thinking of keeping the weights close to your legs as you go forward. So you're going to feel a pull in your hamstrings and come up. Feel a pull in your hamstring and come up. You can also down and pull back, work your lats, down and up. Again, I wouldn't start with heavy weights if you've never done that before. And also depending on if you're a girl or a guy, or a strong girl or a not so strong girl, where you want to start. You can even do it without any weights. Just leaning down and up, down and pull, down and up. So there are a couple of exercises to work your bicep and your back muscles, and just as long as you're doing your cardio and working your weights and working on balance, you are on the right track. Oh, and watch the food videos so you can also eat healthy.